AWS Cloud Demos. My name is Murli, and if you're watching my channel for the first time, please do subscribe. And in today's video, we will be discussing about how we're gonna create a simple application. Basically, user enters a list of ingredients, and an application will generate a delicious recipes based on the input ingredients. So for this, we will be using Amazon Bedrock. And what you will accomplish here in this tutorial is you will be configuring the AWS Amplify. So like you see here, you can have you can configure the AWS Amplify basically to host the front-end application with a continuous deployment built in. Okay, this is one feature we are going to build, and the other one is we are going to configure the authentication as you see here, and also enable the Amazon Bedrock Foundation access models. Okay, and then we will also use the backend app backend for handling the requests for the web application. Okay, and then we will be using amplified data to call the serverless backend, and also we will connect the application to the backend. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to accomplish in this demo. And so what do you need to build this demo is you will need an AWS account, like you see here. Sorry, yeah, you need an AWS account. Also, you should have AWS profile set up configured in your local development, and we will see basically what I mean by local development is we will be using the AWS access keys for deploying from the CLI. And also make sure you have Node.js and NPM, and also you should have some familiarity with Git and GitHub account. Okay, so I hope you understand what we are trying to have as a prerequisites. And so coming to the architecture, we have, so these are the users who are going to make a request to the AWS Amplify, and it will check with the AWS Cognito, and which will get the user authentication status back to the Amplify. And once you're signed logged in and you go to the app sync, you make a request to the app sync, which will in turn make a request to the GraphQL server, which is going to respond with the AWS Lambda, which will internally talk to AWS Bedrock, which is our AI generative AI model LLM that we are going to use in this demo is Claude Sonnet 3. So like I said, and so yeah, and that the recipe will be generated, and that recipe you can see that in our web application. So that's how we are going to build the whole thing. Okay, so I hope you have understood the whole idea of what we are trying to build here. Okay. So I've already logged into my console. So if you haven't logged into your console, make sure you log in, and also in my terminal. So you can see here. So this is my terminal. Let me make it a bit short to understand this a bit. All right, awesome. So you should be able to you should be able to see your profile, user profile that you have logged in. And so I've already logged into my CLI. So if you do not know how to set up AWS CLI in your local, so I would suggest just Google it, and you will be able to understand how we are going to set up AWS CLI and AWS profile. Okay, so for this demo, I want to keep it short, so that's why I'm not going to go through how to set up. But for you, it should be easy when you Google it. All right, so I've also hosted the application in GitHub, so you should be able to check out the repository as usual. So if you are new to my channel, please make sure you follow me, and also make sure to follow me on LinkedIn so that I post the latest content, and you should be able to understand the recent developments in AWS. As I'm a community builder, I will be sharing new things in the channel, so please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, so I keep stressing this because only few people are subscribing to the channel, which is kind of demotivating for anybody who is building content, right? So you make sure you subscribe and like the video if you like it. All right, so now that we are in the AI recipe generator on app. So you can see I've already logged into my console. I had to switch to my different users, so you can see a different console right now. So go to Amplify, um, AWS Amplify, and create a new app. Here we do not have any apps, so let's go ahead and create a new app. Select the GitHub and click on Next. So it should authenticate to your GitHub. If you're already logged in, that should be fine. And if I expand this, so you can see I recipe generator one app, which is coming from my AI recipe generator one repository, right? So I've connected this and the branch is main. So I'm going to ignore this, click on next. All right. Okay, maybe the permission. Okay, that's fine. Click on next. Now you have npm run build. So if you go ahead and click on next, and yeah, that looks fine. So click on save and deploy. So that is going to deploy my app. So meanwhile, I open my cursor AI IDE. You can see that I've already generated the Amplify folder here. So if you do not know how do I do that, so basically I created a React application based using the command. So you can if you are new to creating a React.js application, so it's simply copying the stuff. So you can see you can simply copy paste this stuff, which is going to create an app based on React.js TypeScript, and you're going to cd into the repository and then npm install and npm run dev. Let me update the readme file here so that it will be very clear for everybody. So I'm going to remove this stuff from here. Patient we recommend updating. Probably you think, yeah, update, create the React app locally and push to your GitHub and connect the app to Amplify GitHub repo. Okay, so once you create it, you can run your local app, and what you can do is, and once you're done creating the React app and running it local, so you will have to create something like so you're going to run the npm create amplify latest command, which will automatically create the Amplify application. Okay, so I'm going to also get rid of all this stuff, which is no longer useful. Just save it, and then save it. Once you're done with that, so like we have seen, all that you have to do is you have to deploy your application. Here, if I go to the window, so you can see the application is deploying. So it will take a minute. So if you expand this, you can see that it is building right now. So let it finish building it. So if I give a quick code walkthrough, so you can see that in the resources.ts file, so we have created this email here. We are going to verify the email by code. So basically when you try to register in our application, you will get the code to your email, and you will get a message something saying that, you know, welcome to AI powered recipe generator, and then you will have the code, and you are going to copy and paste the code in your application so that you will be able to log in or create an account, and then you are going to log in, right? So that's how you are going to do it now. And one more thing, if you go to the console, right, so if you go to AWS Amplify, maybe Bedrock, so if you type Bedrock in the search, so you can see here. So if you go to model catalog, yeah. So if you check the Anthropic, you should be able to see the Claude 3.5 Sonnet version 2 and 3.5 Sonnet. So we are going to use this for the AWS API AI recipe generator, right? So we are going to use this Claude Sonnet. Okay, so with the help of Claude Sonnet, we are going to create a recipe. So that recipe is going to populated on the web page. Okay, so that's the whole plan. Now, if you do not have this access to this, what I would suggest is go to let's pull this on the right side. So you can go to model access and modify model access and select the ones in the Claude. And if you scroll down all the way and click on next, you will be able to request for the access of the Claude 3 Sonnet, or you can use any other model, for example, Amazon Titan or Titan Express or Lite, whatever you can choose it, right? Then go to Amplify. and check out if our app is deployed. So it looks like our app is deployed. Go ahead and click on that. Looks like the app is deployed. We have the URL over here. So if you go back to the code base, we have this resource that we are going to register with our email ID. And so for the backend, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Lambda function, which will basically, this is basically we are going to create a Lambda function, which will be, which will make an API call to the Claude, and this is the model sonnet tree that we are going to use to invoke the model and get the data back from the Bedrock. Okay, so this is a simple Lambda function which we are going to use in this application. And also we have created a file called backend.ts in which you can see that we are going to define our backend, which is authentication and data, where you can see that we have access to this resource, and we are going to give the permissions to this particular principal that we are going to use, right? So that's how we are making a API called the Cloud Sonnet, and we are going to get the data from the backend. And now how we are going to deploy the backend API. So if you open up the resource.ts, so you can see you are going to ask Bedrock here, Bedrock custom type, and here we have the header and also the returns Bedrock response. Ingredients arguments is the ingredients that we are going to send, and you can also see the API key that we are going to add. Now, once you're done checking out the code, so all that you got to do is go ahead into your terminal and run ampx sandbox. So you're going to create a sandbox. So that is going to take a minute or two. Okay, looks like it has created the Amplify output .json file here. You can see all the details of your application, of your data URL, and the other stuff. Okay, so feel free to go through it. You should be able to understand what it is trying to output, right? So if you are done with setting up the backend auth and data, the Bedrock, and also the resource.ts file, what you're going to do now is, so the AppSync endpoint has been already updated. So all that you have to do is if you go cancel this out and close this for a minute and open up app.tsx and main.tsx, the main file. So you should be able to see the authenticator which we have added, which is we are actually getting it from the authenticator from the AWS Amplify UI React. So we are using this um, component, so which is wrapped inside the React strict mode, and we are wrapping it around the app component so that the app is only used when the user is authenticated. So that's why we are adding that authenticator here. All right. Awesome. So now if you go to app.tsx, so you can see we are going to configure Amplify here with our outputs file, like we have discussed. And here you can see on the page load, we are, we are just displaying a form with an input text box and also a button to generate a recipe. All right, just close this, and that will generate the recipe. Okay, so there's nothing too much logic going on. So we are using user pool here. It's a simple logic that we are trying to do here. Although the code seems a little bit intimidating, but the application is quite simple. So I hope you understood what we have done so far, main.tsx, app.tsx, and also resource.tsx, where we are going to create the email, and we'll see that shortly. Okay. Okay. Now that we have done, what we can do now is npm run dev. Now copy this URL, open your Chrome, paste that URL. So you can see this page, right? So this is how we are going to generate the user. Okay, so now we are going to use this is my other email ID. So I'm going to create a user. Okay, create an account. Yeah, this has emailed me. Let me check my email. Okay, there you go. I have received my code. I will copy paste it here. Confirm. Yeah, there you go. So now you have logged in and you're able to see that our recipe app has been loaded in our local. So you can see there's simply type a few ingredients and using a ingredient in this format, and AI will generate a curry for you, right? So how are you gonna do it? Let's cook something. Let's cook a famous American dish, which is cheeseburger. So we need cheese patty and a bun, right? So I'm going to generate. So let's see if our Claude will return anything. Let's give it a minute. Yeah, there you go. So now you have successfully, you can make a classic cheeseburger, right? So that's a cheeseburger, and you can see all these ingredients over here, which is amazing. And also we will try and generate another recipe. So let's say paneer, matar, roti. Let's see what it's going to generate. Okay, this is going to be quite fun. It should shortly generate. Yeah. So paneer butter masala. Okay, so these are the ingredients you would be able to create the recipe that you want, and also you can see all the instructions over here, right? So which is quite nice, and this you can easily create such an application using Bedrock, and we are using Amplify and stuff like that. So we have tested it locally, but also let's go ahead and open up the deployed application and see if that works in a deployment as well. So this is the deployment URL. So I clicked on it. Okay, there you go. Let me see if my login works here. Okay, so that doesn't work. Now create an account. Um, Let me create an account with this email ID again. Okay, create an account. Okay, that will send another code. Okay, I have received another code. Paste it, confirm. Yeah, there you go. Again, you have you're logged in into your application, but now this time you're logging in using the Amplify URL. Okay. Now, what we are going to create a recipe. Let me try a famous one. Maybe using a okay. Let's try chi chicken biryani, or maybe we can say something like chicken. Let's see just with the chicken what we are going to build a recipe. Let's see, it's going to be fun. Awesome. So you can see it has come up with few ideas, and you can test. You can basically try on your own and the recipes that you wanted to build. And also, please do comment on this video so that what is the recipe that you have built and what are the ingredients that you have used. Okay, so that will be really fun. And please post your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. And yeah, once you have deployed and once you're happy, so if you want to delete this app, so how you are going to clean up this app? Basically, all that you can do is you can go ahead into your console, cancel this out, npx. Um, so you can do npx ampx sandbox delete and hit enter and type yes. And that should delete all the resources in the sandbox environment once you're done with it. Okay. Let's give it a moment. So, so meanwhile, you can also go ahead and open in your deployments and go to click on this and okay, let's go to this recipe app settings, general settings. You should be able to delete an app from here as well, which will delete your app completely from the Amplify dashboard, right? So Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to follow me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys.